Hello, hello, hello. Do we have some people? I think we do. Sorry for the volume at first. Yeah, it's still a bit loud, like really loud. Okay, is it? Yeah, I suppose it is better now. So let's stay like that. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, should be fine. So today, what are we going to do? I think you already know. We're just going to game dev a little. So let me just start with a nice screen, let's say, with the screen of the game. Here we go. So yeah, here we go. We have the game. It's working fine, or not, because we still have to make it. But it's coming. It's coming. So yeah, plus, minus. Working well. Okay, so yeah, just the music is this one from Doleichi that you can get from, my playlist that's on my YouTube channel. There's a link to it. So here you go, and should be good. So what were we doing last time? Last time we tried adding, we added the concept of quests and dungeons, or rather we saved it on in a file. So now we can actually load it. In player data, script is GD. This one. And yeah, ready. If we don't have a save file. Hello, Vesk. Vesk. Hi, how are you doing? I'm good, and you? Doing great. Doing just fine. So yeah, we have the... Basically, we are adding a task to the player, okay? So if I start the game, well, can I actually start? Let me check what it's actually do. Oh no. Okay, good. So what is main scene is the tutorial, which might not be what we want. Or maybe we want to change it, but yeah, for the editor only. Right. Can I actually do that in Godot? Run. Never mind. Splash. Yeah, I don't have an editor window. I mean, it just opened like all the previous ones, so I think this is fine. Play the project. Yeah. Let's go to scenes, lobby, and let's play. Nice, I'm doing good, but have decided I hate Rust. Oh, why? Why do you hate Rust? So yeah, we only have one dungeon and one quest inside that should be described by this. We also have dungeons. So let me check. Dungeons. It's this one. Yeah, I guess it's not updated yet. I don't think it is. And inside we have this, right? We have this dungeon. And it's not updated. But that's fine, okay? That's fine. The only thing that matters is that it's corresponding. I think I pushed everything, but I'm not sure. Let me check. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So yeah, here we go. I'm building widgets for my Hyperland. Nice. What? For my Hyperland rice with you, and I'm compiling it myself. Okay. I feel like you just started talking magic to me. Like you're a witch and you're building, I don't know, rice. Magic rice. I kind of, I kind of get what you're saying though. But yeah, it's just APIs that I don't really know. So we have this quest, and when I click start quests, what is it doing again? So we have the selection menu here. We have the quest selection panel here. And when I click on the quests, what is it doing? Wait, actually here. Player data start quest. So yeah, it does have a quest. Let me just check if this is the correct one, just in case. Whoa. Okay, I'm not. Yeah, sorry for yawning so much. It's not my day, well, my night. Hyperland is a tiling manager on Linux. Rising is the process of customizing your Linux, and EU is a Rust program framework, I think, to build widgets easily. I see. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Yeah, okay, I get it a lot more now. Maybe maybe I've heard it before, like Hyperland and that kind of stuff, but it's like so distant to me because I'm staying on Windows. I guess I've used Linux a bit, like uh, Ubuntu and Debian a little bit, but just to code. I've never like really personalized stuff a lot. So yeah, start quest is supposed to be the model, and is it corresponding? So no. Quest 1. Misty, quest 1. Okay. Quest 1. Oh no. Quest name description. I mean, maybe this is it, but let me check. Dungeon. Yeah, I guess the dungeon is supposed to be Misty Herb Fields. And the generator, yeah, I guess it's not set. That can be fine. What's Godot? Oh, Godot is, a game engine. It's this game engine, actually. So yeah, we have all of this. Let me check if we have quest type, description. Yeah, okay, it's staying the same, that's fine. We have the dungeon. What about the generator? We don't have a generator. Let me add a generator. Generator, this is a string name. Right. Oh, thanks. You're welcome. I guess it's gonna be a string. So, generator. Just a string name, because that way we are not comparing the entire string. This is like such a good invention. I love string names, or like F names in Unreal, because it's like, basically you don't usually want to use strings like for hashes or like for comparisons, because they're like kind of troublesome to hash, for example, because there's like collisions. but they're also troublesome to compare because it's like ON, right? With basically the complexity of the comparison is depending on the size of the string, and yeah, like string names are like really great because it's just actually an integer or like a pointer, depending on how you implement it. So like the comparison is O1, and it's like so great. I love it so much. This one is generate. Yeah, I guess I actually want soft pointers a lot. Ooh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you really. Sorry. Yeah, basically soft pointers are pointers that can reference an asset that hasn't been loaded. So like, an asset path, for example. And I really want that, but Godot doesn't support that class. That is a specific class, right? So I mean, I could make it, but I would lose the type. So that's kind of something I don't like. There's no type safety. Well, templates are not supported very well in Godot. The type, yeah. Like for example, in C++, you could make like a template, right? And like have well, your soft pointer class, right? Something like that, and then you would instantiate it with this, like for example, melonpan. I don't know. And then you have type safety because you have the type melonpan here that is specified. Like it's the same for lists and stuff, right? You have the same in C# and Java with generics. But yeah, in Godot it's not supported very well. So I'll have to do without that. I guess there's also, I mean, I could do something if I had like IDs for each class, but yeah. Because even if I can't make it, throw an error at compilation, I could like still put an asset if I had like an ID, but I don't. Actually, wait. Actually, I think I can get the string. Oh yeah, but I wouldn't be able to. Oh. Anyways. So yeah, we have the generator and the default is just nothing. We set the string name. Can I get... Yeah, okay. Get string. And... Well, then if we have a correct generator string, then that I guess this is correct. Okay, gotcha. Now I feel that you're chanting a spell. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, do we have the correct value? That's what actually matters. And yeah, we have the generator that is set. And this is very important. This is very important because then we are going to start the quest. And I have a big to-do. Yeah, my past self was really, really very nice. Because I tend to forget things very easily. Or I wouldn't be able to know like everything I know. Which is kind of weird. But yeah, and right now we are loading the next scene. Well, we are just loading like a scene that has already been selected, right? And this is bad because it should be like dynamic. Like each quest should have a different scene. So what am I going to do? I guess I just do something like quest dot dungeon and quest dot generator. I should do something with those variables because the generator is dependent on the dungeon. Okay. And dumb question. Do you use versioning tools for your game? Of course I do. Look at this. Whoa. Here we go. Whoa. Oh shit. Wait, 2 seconds. I actually... Okay, let's put the reminder at 2 AM. 3 AM almost. Okay, let's... Yeah, 2 AM. I feel like I'm still going to be awake at 2 AM. So let's do this. Wait, for 4 days? Oh no. Not this, wait. Yeah, should be good. 3 hours. So yeah, you do have some versioning with Git, and I also actually have all of this. So I have my project divided in tasks with different milestones, and I organized things a little. I have all of this to do for I guess some kind of demo. And yeah, I have some stuff on the backlog, but I'm basically making the backlog like every milestone, you could say. Like thinking about it again because things might change and it's a bit agile. That's the method. It's called Agile and Scrum. That's it. I don't have any continuous integration though. I don't have like unit tests or anything like that for now. Maybe I'm going to do that later, but for now it's like simple enough. I was actually thinking about making like tests to like simulate, the player, to like make sure that the player doesn't win by just doing random things, for example, and can win when doing, things that are actually fine. Just simulating the player. I actually had a scene with an AI battling with itself. So yeah, it's kind of possible. So yeah, I have the dungeon. Now what I want is get generator, maybe? Something like this. Or is it? Wait. Generator of the name. Like testing user comportment. Yeah, the user behavior. I mean, I guess not to really testing it, but more like ensuring that the game design is valid. Yeah, I guess it's more about validating the game design rather than, directly the player, because I'm not going to like use deep learning or like for now. So yeah, it's not yeah. It's more about making sure there's nothing broken game design wise. Like for example, if I suddenly increase the HP of the player and realize that now the player can't lose whatever, no matter what he does, then that would be bad, right? And it's like it's not some programming bug, it's not like some crash. It's just that the game got a difficulty totally broken. Hey, hey! Oh, welcome! How are you, Dumret? What a name. How are you doing? Are you interested in game dev? Get generator. So yeah, I actually don't know if this should be a function of dungeon or if this should be... I mean, I said before that generators might not be associated with dungeons. So maybe I can just quest dot get generator full name. And get generator full name, maybe. So testing for softlocks and auto wins. Yeah, that's it. I'm interested in game dev. Oh, you do you code? Do you draw? Do you? Oh, you're just looking. I'm good. I'm doing good. Yay. Well, basically right here, what I'm doing is, well, obviously I'm coding, right? But I guess I'm also doing some game design. And I'm like not doing very complicated stuff. Like I'm doing very gameplay oriented things right now. So basically in my game, I have those quests that I should be able to run. And when I click on them, I should be able to like generate a level and start playing in that level. So basically something like Darkest Dungeon, or like any roguelike actually, like any roguelike. And you have like some kind of dungeon that is generated. So maybe not exactly like that, but that's kind of the thing. So that's what we want to do now. We want to have a generator create this thing. I just woke up. I'm getting caffeinated. Okay. Level generation, yeah. And the thing is, I also don't want it to be totally random, right? Because, for example, in Darkest Dungeon, the generation differs. Like, if you have a long quest or a short quest, then it's going to be short or long, depending on the dungeon too. On the place, it's going to be like different enemies, different rooms, all of that, right? And in my game, there are going to be quests associated with like the story, I would say. So these quests should also have custom generation so that I can specify specifically what rooms I want to generate. To generate like rooms that are necessary for plot or like for the story. You're going to use wave function collapse? No, I'm not. No, wave function collapse is mostly for like 2D, 3D tiles, right? Like for tiles. I don't think it's like very suited for like graphs. Well, I mean, I guess um, tile maps or some kind of graph, right? But yeah, I don't think it would be suited for. Actually, can it? I mean, you can probably use it, but I wasn't planning on using it because I would say I need like a more flexible generation. Because yeah, if I just type that, it's going to be like top-down stuff mostly, right? Yeah, I guess you can actually. Yeah, I guess you. Yeah, wait. Yeah, because it's just replacing one thing by another thing, right? Wave function collapse. I mean, I don't really want to use it anyway because I want to be able to, spawn, for example, easy rooms at the beginning and more complicated rooms towards the end or that kind of stuff. I really want to predict like how the dungeon is going to be in a specific way. Yeah, let me actually check if I remember. Wado kansu no shujuku? What? Hado kansu no shujuku. Okay. Okay, just the beginning. I wasn't the first character. I wasn't right. Okay. Entropy, the rules. So yeah, you have this, and then you have what's on the left, the right, the top. Wait, yeah, that's for tiles, right? But that's not, is it? Yeah, I guess, yeah, that's what I had in mind for grass. But how can you? Because oh right, okay, never mind. There was the thing with the flower. But I actually thought about another kind of generation when you mentioned that, which is called um, it's something on strings. It's considered AI, and it is replacing automaton. Uh, I mean automatons are well, automata is like AI, like you have near automata, right? But it's not automata I want because automata is just a graph with well stuff. Uh, this is an operation on a string. String replace character by multiple ones. Generation. How is it called? Because that might be nice if I actually want to like use it in some part of the generation. Replace. My god. Algorithm. Re regular expressions? Nah. Because those things are like, well, you can use an automata for them, I suppose. But that's not it. So like define rooms for plots and the rest auto-generated. Well, that depends, right? Like the whole dungeon could be specified depending on what's necessary, but yeah, it could generate part of the dungeon too, or like the entire dungeon. The goal is to make it flexible, right? Because the more flexible you make it, the more possibilities you have, and the goal is not to be restricted by your tools. So yeah. The algorithm is kinda random, do I think? Yeah, I don't want like total randomness. I want a controlled randomness, that's why. I mean, I guess I could, you know, make it, yeah, what? Yeah, I mean, I could make a control. Yeah, you could say I could use wave function collapse, but you know, I would like so many rules. I would add so many rules that it wouldn't really be like that. Yeah, I'm going to generate like one room after another, I suppose. Well, actually, it depends because if I use, um, let's say I have two rooms. Let's say if the plot requires three specific rooms to be added, right? And then I have to generate what's between each room. Then it wouldn't really be wave function collapse, right? It would, yeah, it would be different. Would BSP work, or would it feel too boxy for you, for your game design? BSP. Let me check. A binary space partition? Wait. No, I don't think you're talking about that. do you mean by BSP? And yeah, string replace. Oh my god. Maybe I should just ask ChatGPT for the name. But it's generation algorithm AI, you could say, and it is replace token by multiple ones. If I use token, it feels like I'm talking about machine learning. Yeah, LLM, right? He's saying that right now. That's not what I mean. Replace character by multiple ones. But then it's telling me how to replace character swap. What's... Yeah, let's ask ChatGPT. I really wanna know the name. Wait, 2 seconds. Okay. ChatGPT. Is... I just copied and pasted what I wrote on Google. So, boop. Binary space. Oh yeah, so that was it. Wait. Wait. Binary space partitioning. But I mean, that would be like in space, right? I want to do that with graphs. I want to do that with a graph. I don't want like real. I guess maybe... I want a graph because my game is... let me show you. And expansion system, that's it. Oh yeah, L system. Oh no. I'm having so many troubles. Could not parse quests. Alright. Let me do this. And yeah, I was talking about L systems where you replace A by A and B, right? I was thinking about this, and this could be useful if I... Yeah, this could actually be useful. If I want to generate subparts of my graph. I'm thinking of making a single 3D dungeon by hand. Ooh. Grammar-based generation. Yeah, grammar... I mean, yeah, it wouldn't really be like that because I'm probably... Anyways. Neural sequence... Yeah, I was thinking about L systems. Anyway. L system now that I'm very familiar with. Oh. Yeah, the game looks like that, right? So it's not like a 2D terrain, like you know, it's not like a top-down RPG where you beat up enemies directly. It's like, oh, maybe I'm going to put my characters and you're going to understand things better. Yeah, it's some stuff like that, right? I have no idea what that is. So okay, basically a L system is, let's say you have a string, okay? Let's say you have my dungeon and you have, yeah, it's not going to be a string, it's going to be like some kind of sequence actually. But I guess you can make it like with graphs too. You can just adapt it. Let's say you have the starting room. You have the final, well, you have the boss room, right? And then inside you have something like, let's say you have different other tokens. You have easy part and difficult part, right? You have these tokens at the beginning, and then the L systems, the L system says that you're going to replace easy part by something else, like with probabilities is going to be maybe enemy room, and then it's also going to be I don't know, shop, right? So then you take this string and you apply the transformation. So you replace easy part by this, right? And then maybe you can actually continue. Maybe there's a rule in your L system that says that shop should be replaced by gear shop, right? And then maybe a simple battle, and then you're going to take this string and you're going to replace again until everything has been decided. Yeah, but if you ID rooms and put them in a 2D vector, and these rooms IDs linked to scenes and such, what? Or is that dumb or doesn't work? Wait, what do you mean? Binary space, about binary space partitioning? But if you ID rooms and put them in a 2D vector, and okay, I mean, I mean, maybe you can hack things to have some kind of stuff working, right? But I guess the goal is not to, because wait, because I wouldn't even know how to divide. Like, why would I need to put my rooms in 2D to have a graph, right? I mean, I guess I could have like some kind of hyperdimensional representation, but that wouldn't, it wouldn't have the shape of a 2D thing. It would, for example, there's like difficulty, right? There's like a difficulty level. You could like use that as a coordinate. Like, well, you could see that as a coordinate, and maybe apply some stuff on it. But the goal is not to. Let me check. Yeah. I mean, the goal is not to parse something that we have data and want like localized space. The goal is to decide what these things are going to be. I mean, to me, it sounds like if you're asking me, to make octrees for like, a string comparison, I don't really see the. Well, the data types don't really match, and it doesn't really match to the problem, right? Oh, I think I understand. Yeah. So the full name is gonna be. But yeah, if you have like any idea, well, if you have any idea of how it could work using it, then I'm fine with hearing your thoughts about it. I just don't really see how you would do much with it. I feel like it's just like trying to force a system on some type that doesn't, trying to force like a solution on a problem that doesn't need it. Then I didn't understand the issue. It's my bad. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, yeah. I guess maybe I explained things wrong. Um, so yeah, well, the goal is just to generate some stuff like. Oh, I don't have it anymore. You know, Darkest Dungeon. So what I want is not to. Okay, what I want is not to generate rooms in like a 2D coordinate way. Like this is a 2D map, right? But I don't want to generate this in 2D. I want to generate a graph. That's it. Because then if you have a graph that has like two or three intersections for each room, then you don't, well, you know that it's not going to collide or stuff, right? You know you can you can represent it in 2D. But the 2D is not the goal. The goal is really like generate what's inside each room. So for example, this is a battle, this is the boss, this is an event. There are these kinds of intersections. The goal is really to generate the what happens, the events. I mean, it's not really an issue, right? It's just that I have to do it. I'm just explaining. So quest name plus, yep, that's gonna be the opposite. So if there is a dungeon, it's gonna return dungeon dot id plus this plus quest name. I feel like I should. Okay, this is going to be a string name, and I feel like I should cache it somewhere, but maybe not. And yeah, if it is null, it's just going to be quest name. Oh, not quest name, my bad. Generator. Generator. Here we go. Generates the layout. You could say that, but not the layout in 2D. Just basically what follows what, right? So like, for example, I have the start. What is next? Maybe that's a battle. Maybe that's the shop. Maybe that's an event. Like maybe that's some kind of plot thing, right? That's what I'm generating. So that's like a graph, right? It's not 2D. And by graph, I don't mean, the graph visualized in 2D. I mean really like the in the mathematic sense, it's a graph. Like you have nodes that are linked to each other, and that's it. There's no real over, coordinate kind of thing. Yeah, so not generating any image or anything. Yeah. Just the logic to know what the next rooms are. Yeah, that's it. That's just what I wanna do. And yeah, you're saying the logic to know what the next rooms are, but that might not actually be the case because, as I said, you might have, um, two rooms that are necessary for plot, and you might want to generate something in between them. So, it could be like before, you could say, but it's like basically the algorithm is still to be determined. But right now I'm just having the generator. So I get the generator full name. And yeah, so here, instead of doing dungeon.getGenerator, I'm going to do quest.getGenerator full name. Full ID maybe, because it's not really a name, it's an ID. And this might be used for retrieving a specific generator. for a specific dungeon. Start, hole, boss, look, treasure, something like this. Well, boss or treasure. Oh, yeah, no, it's going down, right? Yes, something like this. Yeah, that's it. Though, you know, maybe there are going to be intersections, right? I guess I gave like an easy example. But like in Darkest Dungeon, you will have intersections. What could you have? Well, I mean, I don't know. But yeah, you got it. Get the generator full name. So now well, this is actually ID, right? And now I want to load a generator. This function doesn't exist, okay? I'm just doing it because why not? It's like some pseudocode. I like coding functions that I haven't made yet. So I load the generator. So then I have the actual generator. And the generator is, it doesn't actually exist. So I have the generator of type. I do have the type generator though. So yeah, I did, you know, put some stuff, I suppose. Make, generate. Yeah, I do have a generate function actually. Ooh. I guess this is fine. I should like put a limit though, but yeah. I mean, I think I do actually. Never mind, not here. So yeah, I have the generator and now I generate. Right. By the way, tell me if my questions are annoying or if I'm backseating. I mean, they're neither, so don't worry about that. I'm glad I can talk actually. I appreciate that. Wait, let me actually check. Okay, good. Well, I don't know if it's good or not, but never mind. And okay. So that generator function not found in base itself. Yeah, okay. So then we generate, and what do we do next? We generate on the room generated. So we have this callback that is called. We have a random number generator. If we want the, you know, same specific dungeon. And I guess we might actually just want the seed. Yeah, because it feels like it's not going to be great if it's always initialized with the same value. I don't know actually if it is. PCG 32. On a time-dependent seed. Okay, so never mind, it's going to be different. So yeah, we have the on-room generated callback, but at the end, I guess yeah, it's using a while, so I guess it shouldn't. Well, I guess it should. Well, the generation should finish at the end, right? Actually, it's kind of bad because what if the generation requires a lot of time and you know, it causes like some kind of freeze. Like for example, the player is going to, you know, listen to some music, maybe have like a loading screen. I don't know, but there's going to be something, right? So it's better not to freeze the game. So we should probably run that in an async way, like in parallel, instead of having like a giant while. I mean, it should be pretty fast still, but I'm kind of thinking ahead. Let's say let's add on dungeon. Dungeon generated. I just want to add this callback because it mirrors well with on room generated, and at the same time, let me check this actually. Plains dungeon layout. Yeah, I guess I have that. Wait. I have to remember what I did. All right. I guess I had all of this. Generator.new on room generated. Then I do this. Then I register. Yeah, because I have to register to the generator. My bad. Okay, maybe that's the thing I should actually... Dungeon layout. Yeah, this is actually a great name for what I wanted to do. I'm so good. So it's generator. I guess it's actually not generator, it's actually layout that I want. Is it? I have to think about names. I really have to think about names. For now, I just take a very short break. I'll be right back. Yeah. Boop. Like 2 minutes. Stop chrono. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Boop. Hey. What now? What now? Yeah, I was wondering if generator was actually dungeon layout. Um, dungeon layout. Huh. How should everything interact? I mean, I guess generator, because I guess I wanted to compose instead of inherit, so that's why I made dungeon layout. Um, and then when I generate, it's adding things. And the generator, what is the yeah, okay, I guess I actually want the dungeon layout. And what is the generator? I guess the generator is about the main logic, right? So I mean, that's great. Room type settings. Yeah, all of that, right? Can generate room. Death. Room type settings. What is that? Oh yeah, this. So we have the room type. What is that? Right. Priority. Waves. What did I do? Minimum depth, maximum depth, priority. Yeah, I guess that's normal settings. And room type is this. Should it be the case? Room type, it's not really a room type, is it? So room, that's intersections with room connections? Room type settings. Oh yeah, okay. No, I see what I did that. Am I actually using it? Room type. We have this. And this is all, I think. Room type. It's generated room type. Make room type settings. Oh, okay. Make it from the room type. I think names are kind of bad. They're kind of bad. But yeah, I inherit from room type. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, okay, I get it now. I get it. I finally get it. Wow, I was so smart. I really planned out everything. That's crazy. Wow. Wow. Eureka. Yeah. I'm kind of kidding when I say that, by the way. But yeah, okay. I'm kind of. I kind of understand my past self a bit better. Okay, yeah, okay, it makes sense. And this is basically generator is supposed to be the class that is generating stuff. So like like have the L system or the W system depending on whether you win or lose. Never mind. But yeah, I guess I shouldn't get a generator. I should get a layout. A layout. How can I call something a layout that hasn't been generated? Because I guess a layout means it's been generated, right? Like in architecture, how do you call a plan? To construct a building? architecture, construction, plan, name, a blueprint. Oh, it's a blueprint, just like in Unreal. Oh, yeah, I got it in mind before I read it, but yeah, it's a blueprint actually. It's a blueprint. Yeah, blueprint. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so it's actually not a layout, it's actually a blueprint. And okay, they're not really used. I extend here, but it's actually a dungeon layout blueprint or dungeon blueprint. I guess it's a dungeon blueprint because I'm setting rooms, but I might also want to set other things. Right. So yeah, it's a dungeon blueprint. That's the actual correct name. Good job. Good job. Dungeon blueprint. Dungeon blueprint. What about room type? I mean, I guess that's fine. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I want this. Type is nice because types are going to instantiate the actual room, and the room is going to reference the type to get the actual type-related data, which is not going to be the case for the blueprint, I believe. So we have the generator, we have the dungeon blueprint, and yeah, this is actually... Well, I mean, generation might be fine in JSON, but I guess I'm going to make things... Well, generator is going to be fine in JSON, but I'm going to do things a bit differently in the player data. I'm going to convert that into, you know, the other system. Because it's like different systems that I have to link together. So I'll do that. Because like generator is more easy to understand if you're dealing with the JSON. But in the context of the generation, then it's actually blueprint. So this is not load generator, this is load generation blueprint. But how did I call it? Dungeon blueprint. Dungeon generation blueprint. Dungeon blueprint is fine. So this is dungeon blueprints. Then we have the dungeon blueprint, right? Please. Function load dungeon blueprint. Not yeah. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. Let me just make this function quickly so that I don't have this error anymore. Yeah, here we go. So then too many arguments. Okay. Blueprint ID. I load. I get the blueprint. And then I'm going to generate. Maybe I can't. Oh no. I can't. Let me modify the name. Wait, dungeon layout, yeah, that's fine. 2 of those. That's matching what we modified. something called? Wrong buttons. And here we go. So we generate. You call it the generation. What is a generation? I guess this is fine for the blueprint to define to instantiate the generator, because the actual generator, as we said, we might have L system for the generation. We might have, different kind of generation. So I think this is fine if the blueprint is handling the kind of generation. So here we go, and at the end we should have still maybe a callback. Should we? I was gonna say we can make it async, but I'm not sure I should do this. Now I hate async functions, so blueprint.generate, and basically we are going to have blueprints.on well, maybe here, on dungeon generated dot connect, and have on dungeon generated with a reference to the blueprint, maybe, or like maybe just the dungeon. So wait, do I have a class dungeon? I do. What was it? ID, name, description. Yeah, because okay. Yeah, and I guess it's supposed to return the dungeon layout, because the dungeon, well, the layout would be made, would be generated, and yeah. Dungeon layout, this time, the true one. So wait, on dungeon, well, on layout, on layout generated. Incredible, what a name. Something like this, with like this dungeon layout, which is dungeon layout, which doesn't exist yet. Yep, looks good. Dungeon layout. What if I want to generate things like, like some meta things, like, an abstract difficulty or stuff like that? Maybe it's not going to be only the layout. Maybe layout is actually the wrong name. But dungeon blueprint, I generate on the dungeon instance, dungeon. Yeah, it was so complicated. Dungeon instance, like quests. Maybe something related to quests. Quest layout. No. I mean, maybe that's fine. Maybe that's fine. Yeah, it should be fine. Yeah, layout is fine, because what are we going to put in the thing, right? Even if we put like the difficulty, then the difficulty is just going to impact the layout, I suppose. So yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. On layout generated, okay. Then I generate. And then when it's generated, I'm going to just put that there. So that I can load the scene. Maybe not actually. I mean, it depends, right? I mean, I guess when it is... Yeah, I guess we actually have to make this class. Add-ons... Quest gameplay? No. Dungeon gameplay. Hey. Dungeon blueprints. Yeah, this is it. This is it. This is it. So now we have the actual dungeon layout, which should be here. Is okay, there. Okay, so when it's generated, do I actually have this though? I don't think I do. Dungeon. Let me add a signal. Now I'm going to have dungeon layout. Not at all. Do I? Yeah, planes. So we generate, and at the end we are going to emit, right? We call the callback. So after I do that, on layouts. So when it is generated, now I have the dungeon layout, right? I actually want the callback to emit, the new layout. So, I mean, maybe I'm just going to do something like this for now, right? Just to have something emitted. And now that I have something emitted, then I want to get the find start node, start room, get start room, and I'm going just to load the scene, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know if I should name it get start room or something like load start room, because it kind of changes who manages that. Maybe I guess I might not want to change files. So to make it more flexible, I'm just going to do a start. Oh, wait. Actually, I might just do a start. Like enter a dungeon, or I mean, enter a dungeon is kind of great. Enter a dungeon. Here we go. So that means I can just remove this. Let me just put the function. Now I can do this. That should be fine. I just really need I guess potentially the path, but I guess what I mostly want is a list of rooms, right? Like the graph, the actual graph. You're actually kind of right though. What if it's not generated at the beginning? What if the generation changes in between? I mean, how would it change? That's the question. Because if I change... Yeah, that's actually a bit strange, wouldn't it? I'm thinking about, giving the player something like an item that gives plus 5% chance of going to a shop, or, that kind of stuff. I mean, I don't think I'm ever going to do that, but I'm still thinking about the possibility. No, because that would mean... Let me think. That would be too problematic, and the reason is because if we do like start and end, and now we want to generate something in between two different rooms, basically, it might depend on the rooms on both sides, right? And if we add if we change the layout out of nowhere, then it's going to, well, if we decide to call the generation midway, then it's going to break. So let's just do this. And yeah, instead I'm going to have rooms, which is an array or list or array of rooms. Yeah, that are instantiated. Yeah, should be good. Inputs, outputs, everything's connected. Great. If I go in the generator, I should also have room type settings. So generate potential rooms on room generated. I did have that. I really don't have any on-room generated. Wait, what? Oh, okay, it's for the is finished. Wait, so I really don't have like anything about... I forgot what I was talking about. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I really have to be careful about my back, not to curl it too much. Never mind, this is fine. I generate, I emit. Yeah, things are good. Let me go back to the player data. So I have this. I don't have that, but I guess that's fine. When the layout is generated, I enter the dungeon this time. Yeah. And when I enter, I was here. I am going to look through every room in rooms. And you know, we can have something like if room is start room, then we are going to load basically, right? Like a can start maybe. Like if room.can start, then it's going to start room.start start. Like enter room, I suppose. Well, can start, can enter room, dungeon layout. Yeah, enter. I mean, I was thinking maybe if I have different starting rooms, then I should like pick the one that is like the instead of just getting like entering the first one, maybe I should like select and pick the one. Wait. Yeah, and pick the one that is the most appropriate for the layout. But then basically that led me to think that it was actually the role of the blueprint of the dungeon blueprints to select that starting room. So I guess I'm just going to have like a start room. That's why we don't have any problem with that. To do set in blueprints. So okay, now that we have this starting room, then I am going to do enter room, maybe. And the enter room is going to be the change scene. So this is going to be the default for now, but basically it could change. Here we go. So we have this. I mean, I guess it shouldn't even be like, it should be like some kind of interface function. That is not implemented. And like it's crashing if it's trying to get called. Yep, it should. Okay, let's actually make that clean now. Let's remove a lot of this stuff. Okay, yeah, should be good. So we have the empty help fields or not? Dungeon? Oh no, it crashed. Oh no, it didn't. First one. Let me. What was the name? Oh, it's blueprint. Wait, is blueprint? Wait, what? Yeah. So I have all of those rooms, right? That extends room type. Room type. Oh yes, yeah, okay, it's type. I mean, I guess that's fine. And each room should point to the type, right? It doesn't. Ah, ah, weird. Make room type settings. Intersection room type settings. Register room type. Yeah, because I guess I'm never instantiating them. I think I'm never just using them. Reference when it's generated. Yeah, I'm never going to call this function, right? Actually, I am. Oh no. Potential rooms. Room type settings. Okay, I get the ways. Generated room type. So this is actually the room type that is getting generated. Yeah, this is crazy. We actually don't have any room. Yeah, sorry, I'm feeling very floaty. I think I'll just finish that and go for tonight. Yeah, okay, it's hard focusing. So yeah, I'm not actually generating the room, which is a problem. Because I'm actually never returning like a layout or anything like that for now. Room generated, true. If it's reaching the max, okay. Room generated. New room. Wait, I actually have a new room. But this is... Wait, what? So this is actually bound. But it shouldn't be... It should be a room. It should not be a room type. Right? And this is the room type settings. View. Room type settings. So now what I want to do is instantiate that room, right? Can I? Inputs, outputs, def. Yeah, what about the def? Do I have the def? I mean, I have it here. I'm checking the def. This is the current def. The current def? Wait, something's wrong. Yeah, there are so many wrong things. Sorry. Because what if I generate like in, well, not in breath first search. Well, not if I generate not in a breath first way, but in a death first way, then I'm going to remove the death and then go again. And there's going to be like some bad things happening because it's going to potentially finish the generation, right? Like this. Like this. No, actually, I don't know. So I have a new room, which is great. From room type settings. So what should it be? I guess I don't need the priority and all of this, right? Maybe I just need the room type. Yeah, room type. What do you think? I mean, maybe they shouldn't even like inherit. No, that's fine. Inputs, outputs. Makes sense. Yes, sorry, I don't think I can continue any longer. Oh, that actually hasn't really happened to me in such a long time. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I'll be stopping here. I'm still glad I could see my code again, and ensure that things were going well, let's say. Oh.
Yep.
Yep. Game dev. What about? Oh. What about this? Oop. Let's take a Godot 1. Wait, actually, we have a design document. Never mind. Making a boss. Oh, we have someone making a boss. It's elliptic. Oh, I think I already rated him before. Godot Wild Jam. Oh, a game jam. Wait, I remember this guy. Bye bye. Thanks you for watching, Dim. That was nice. Let me just rate this guy. Let's say.
And then you could have that. Okay, so that would be.
That would be. Sorry, it's really loud.
No. 135 is Figma.
Recognize comment. Oh no, I miswrote.
Why specifically in game dev?
Here we go. Yeah, thanks again for watching, even if it was kind of short, and see you next time.